Police often plan for months ahead at a chance to uncover major criminal activities. But what happens when they uncover major criminal activities by accident?
He's going to go back on the drugs, the gun. He grabbed that while we were telling him, where is that? Don't grab it. So I took it, secured it, was going to secure the firearm. As I opened that up, the just sitting in there with the gun.
Here are 5 times police uncovered something unexpected, starting with a window tint stop that had multiple surprises.
Don't reach for it. Don't reach for it.
On January 24th, 2023, police patrolling a highway noticed a vehicle's tinted glass was overly dark. So the police performed a traffic stop and approached the driver, unaware of what the stop would uncover.
Hey, can you roll this down? Can you roll this? Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Officer Thompson, Westlake Police. Reason we stopped you, we could barely see through these windows. Do you know what the window tint is set at? Okay. I can't see through them. I'm going to test them for you. Can you mind rolling them down?
When approaching vehicles, cops usually look through the back window to check for any dangerous material. So the request to roll the window down was only a measure to ensure the cops' safety. And that seemed to work as the cop moved the stop along by performing a check of the window tint. But the calm quickly turned to chaos as the driver of the vehicle reached for his gun in the back seat.
Reach for it. Don't reach for it.
Out of your ears.
You're just willy-nilly. I'm going to secure that.
The officer reached into the vehicle's back seat and grabbed a pouch where he would find a loaded semi-automatic gun. Although Ohio is an open carry state and possessing a firearm is allowed with or without a license, the officers were greatly troubled by this discovery, and they were even more concerned about what else was in the car with the driver.
Hey, bud, go ahead and take your seatbelt off. And I'm going to have you hop out. Just leave everything where it is. Okay? Hop out and walk back to my partner. Don't pick anything up. Put your cigarettes down. Okay, leave everything in the car and walk out to my partner.
With their recent findings, the cops realized they were onto something big and halted the initially planned tests on the tinted windows. The man wasn't convicted of any crimes yet, so a search of his person or vehicle would ordinarily be against his Fourth Amendment rights. But after pulling out a loaded gun, the officers had reasonable suspicion to believe a search was necessary for their protection. And that belief would lead them to make multiple unexpected discoveries.
Hey, Thompson, Mirandize him. What the
After more than 10 minutes of searching his car, the officers found a semi-automatic handgun, an assault rifle, ammunition, a bag of cocaine, and drug paraphernalia. The driver was later found to have a permit for the concealed weapons. He was only charged with felony drug trafficking and is yet to be convicted of any crime. But that wasn't the case for the next suspect who hid something even more shocking.
So you saw her in the position that she's currently in now?
Yes, sir.
So why did you tell us that mom wasn't there?
On the 5th of May, 2023, police received a worrying complaint from a woman who hadn't been able to reach her sister for several days. So deputies were dispatched to the sister's home for a welfare check, but upon arrival, they witnessed something very strange.
it smell when you went up to the door?
The deputies searched the house, knocked down the doors, and even looked through the windows but got nothing aside from a foul smell coming from the house. They tried to make out what the smell could be, but they were distracted by the neighbors who revealed something crucial about the woman's whereabouts.
Have you seen Lainey recently?
The girl?
Yeah, next door neighbor.
Just the guys over there.
When's the last time you seen them?
Him, he usually walks up and down the road, but her, I haven't seen her in a while.
How long would a while be? Days, months?
Day or two.
Couple days.
Three
Yeah.
3 days or something like that.
When's the last time you seen the boys?
Yesterday.
Okay, so nobody today.
The woman reportedly had a son who only started staying with her 3 weeks before her whereabouts became unknown. And as the son was last seen the day before, the deputies believed there was a good chance he was still in the house. So they went back there, and after several minutes of desperately pacing around, the cops were about to break into the house, but were immediately stopped by a sudden movement.
Did you hear us knocking before? Were you knocked out?
No, I was sleeping in there.
I'm glad you woke up because you're about to come inside. We're looking for Mom. Have you seen her?
She's not around right now.
Do you know where she's at? His sister's asking for her. She's not in any trouble or anything like that.
I have no idea.
When was the last time you saw her?
A few days ago,
Where'd she go?
she just went to the store and said she'd be back in a little while.
But you haven't seen Mom since then.
The son, supposedly in his 30s, finally came out of the house, but he wasn't much help to the deputies, informing them he hadn't seen or talked to her in days. But the cops noticed something odd about him. He had his head down while answering their questions, making sure to avoid eye contact with the cops, and he became increasingly suspicious when they proposed to search the house.
Would it be alright if they just went inside to make sure she's not in there?
It's not my house.
Huh?
I can't tell you no.
Okay.
Business.
But you stay here and it's your mom's house?
Listen,
Then we're looking for Mom, so we just want to make sure Mom's not stowed away in a closet or something. Dad didn't come back and retaliate for getting arrested or something like that.
The man touched his nose, scratched his beard, and had multiple drinks of water, all signs that he was nervous. The cops noticed this, and their resolve to search the house only increased, and since the man mentioned he had no problem with that, the cops didn't expect what he did next.
Just lead us through.
never locked.
Do you have a key?
No,
Why would you lock the door behind you?
I just usually do that.
So how do you get in?
I don't know.
How about this other little door that's over here?
It's just barricaded up.
With what?
Garbage cans and stuff.
So how do you get in the house? Why did you lock the door? Because I feel like you're with me. What the hell?
I'm
What's the
not
deal?
trying to what you're saying.
You understand how this looks, right?
Yes, sir.
So why? So how do you get in the house since you locked the door?
I'm probably sleep in the tent or...
Are you not supposed to be in the house? Is that why you locked the door?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's fine. We're not worried about that. We just want to make
right
sure.
now is finding Mom.
That's it.
He locked the door on his way out of the house, and this gave the impression that he locked himself out to keep the cops out as well. At this point, the man presented himself as a suspect, and they became very wary of him. But realizing they still needed to be sure of the woman's safety, they managed to reach a compromise with the man who eventually opened up another door leading into the house. While one cop got in to search for the woman, the other stayed with the man who did something very unexpected.
So are you sure mom's not in there?
I don't know. I just stayed in my room, stayed in my living room.
We're already in, so we're gonna find out. So
I understand, sir.
So you're gonna tell me you didn't know Mom was in there?
No, sir.
Stand up front and get guys. And now they got a whole bigger issue. Call 400 and have them come out here.
431 to 400.
Before the trooper got into the house, he perceived a foul odor and wondered what it was. But he found the answer when he entered the home and found the woman's deceased body in her room. The smell confirmed that she had been dead and left there for several days.
So you saw her in the position that she's currently in now.
Yes, sir.
So why did you tell us that mom wasn't there? Hey,
Yes.
you know better than me. I wasn't the one that did it, so.
Yes, sir.
Because I smelt her before you ever even came outside, and you're telling me mom's not in there, and you know damn well that she was in there,
Yes, sir.
and you're lying to me.
So why wouldn't you just tell us the truth? We told you from the beginning we weren't there for you. We just wanted to make sure mom was good.
Yeah.
That's all. So what prompted you to lie to us?
Start over.
The man pleaded guilty to failure to report death to the medical examiner. His mother's cause of death remains unknown pending a toxicology report. But the victim of the next suspect was more than able to report his crimes.
I know where your dad is. I saw him running this way. Is this step out of the car?
No, it's not my dad.
Step out of the car, bro.
On October 10th, 2022, an officer received a report from a man about his vehicle being stolen. So the officer immediately went in search of the vehicle, and upon identification, what followed was a very heated pursuit.
Stop the truck! Now! Pull into the parking lot!
After driving for another minute, the vehicle eventually came to a stop. In some traffic stops, cops are required to have a partner before they approach or inspect a vehicle or individual. But in most cases, the cops have the option to either stay and wait for the backup to arrive or approach the high-risk situation alone, and this cop chose to do it alone.
Roll the window down. Why are you doing with the kids? What's going on? Roll the window down, bro. This is not your car? Step out of the car.
When the suspect rolled down the window, the cops saw two kids, a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, crying inside the car. The 8-year-old boldly explained that the suspect had stolen his dad's car and driven off with them inside. With this, the stop quickly escalated from car theft into potential child kidnapping, and the cop was now under intense high alert.
Step out of the car, bro. Okay, step out of the car. Help me out here. It's not you? Alright, let me figure it out, okay? Put that bottle away. Put that bottle away. Okay, put that bottle away. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to step out of the car and help me out. Okay? What do you mean not you?
Not me.
Okay. So let me figure out. I don't know what's going on.
Step out till you figure it out.
You're gonna step out. I cannot let you. Give me the car.
The man appeared rattled and continually explained to the cop that he wasn't who the cop was looking for. But the cop had confirmed that it was driving a stolen vehicle, and the kids inside only seemed to agree that he was in fact the suspected intruder.
I know where your dad is. I saw him running this way. Give me the car keys. I'm not asking you twice. Give me the car keys. Alright. Step out.
I don't know.
I step out. I need to figure out. I cannot let you in the car.
If I step out, you're gonna punch me.
I'm not gonna punch you, bro.
will.
No, I promise you.
You will.
I promise.
The man seemed to finally realize that the cop did not believe his story, and with that, he tried to get into what appeared to be a negotiation with him. But while that was going on, someone who knew about the stolen car drove into the scene and immediately identified the man, hitting the final nail in his coffin.
Unit County Court 15th and 137.
Is this?
Yeah.
Alright, step out of the
No,
car.
it's not my dad.
Step out of the car, bro. Step out of the car.
Step out of the
Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Stay here. I need to figure out what's going on. That's all.
Kevin Smith was charged with 1 count of grand theft of a motor vehicle and 2 counts of felony kidnapping. The children were returned to their father unharmed, but the next cop made so many discoveries that the suspect had to say goodbye to his mother.
You guys, 20 minutes.
On July 10, 2023, New Mexico State Police observed a vehicle driving above the speed limit on a highway. The officer then drove after the vehicle and pulled it over.
You roll down the back window. Hello, Officer Rodriguez, New Mexico State Police. The reason why I stopped you, man, doing 92 and the 75. If I could just see your driver's license, insurance, and registration, please.
The officer came out of his car and did a 360 only to approach from the passenger side. This was to enable him to have a clearer view of the operator and the passenger's hands. Most vehicle users don't expect this, so it also ensures the officer's autonomy, but the driver of the vehicle was not expecting to be told to get into the cop's front car.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I've never been in front.
Sweet, man. So I'm just gonna give you a written warning, okay?
Right,
Slow it down.
My bad. So we're going to see our cousins, bro. Our auntie just died.
So, Mr. Senna, while I fill this out, can I talk to you?
Officers rarely ask suspects to sit in their front seat, but it wasn't entirely unusual. The close confinement enables the officer to smell alcohol off suspects, and it also makes them nervous enough to give information that would be useful to detect a crime. And although the suspect had no smell of alcohol, he gave the cop information that would convince the officer that there was more to the stop.
What were you doing out in Gallup?
We were visiting my cousins. Like we're having a big get together like at my grandma's. We were supposed to just went for the 4th, but now everybody made it.
And who's in the car with you today?
Mom?
Your mom?
Mother.
What's her name? Dolores. Yeah.
Michael informed the cop that he and his mom were driving from a 2-day family get-together in New Mexico and were now on their way home. The cop then proceeded to get the vehicle's VIN, but while he did that, his suspicions about the pair grew as Michael's account of their trip was very different from his mother's.
Getting away? Nice. Where are you guys headed to now? Rio Rancho. What you guys got going on over there? Nice. Where'd you guys vacation to?
How was your weekend?
It's good. Can't complain. Where'd you guys vacation to? Huh?
In Arizona?
In Arizona? Nice. What part? Phoenix? Nice. That's a real heat out there, huh?
Let me see.
The mother claimed that they were coming from a vacation in Arizona and were just now headed to a family function in Mexico. While the differences in both accounts were very suspicious, something even more suspicious was what the cop noticed during the interaction with the woman.
In the car, I'm getting an odor of marijuana, okay? Have you guys been smoking in the car?
No way you could.
Okay. So have you guys had any marijuana in the car? Anyone smoking around it? So look, man, I'm a task force officer with Homeland Security, okay? So that odor of marijuana gives me probable cause to search a vehicle.
And she has a medical marijuana card. So technically...
Do you have a medical marijuana card?
No, I don't smoke. Like, I haven't smoked. I smoked, but like, I haven't been able to.
So just based off that smell, I'm going to be searching the car, okay?
Right.
Is there anything illegal in the car?
No, like, what's it called? Like, she has a medical marijuana card, so, like, technically, I'll search, right?
I'm sorry?
She has a medical marijuana card, so, like...
A Cannabis Regulation Act released in 2021 enabled New Mexico residents to own and use marijuana legally. However, there are certain instances where possessing marijuana would be enough probable cause for a search. New Mexico limits the amount of cannabis a person can possess, with possessing more than 8 ounces of cannabis considered a felony. Federal law still has a broad prohibition on marijuana possession, and the smell of drugs permitted a search for marijuana. So as a task force officer with a federal agency, the officer began the search of the vehicle. But Michael and his mother were not happy with that.
Stay back over there, buddy. Stay back over there. Stay back over there. I'm sorry? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm a task force officer with Homeland Security. That's a federal agency. I have probable cause to search a car. Yes, I do. If you come any closer, you're going to be putting handcuffs. Do you understand? Go back to that sign, and I need you to go to the fence, okay?
They need a warrant.
I know they do.
Yeah, they need a warrant. Call the they need a warrant.
Go to the 140 sign.
You need a warrant.
Let's start all over, okay?
I know my law.
Mr. Senna.
I know my law.
Okay, Mr. Senna. So like I was telling you earlier, okay? I'm a task force officer with Homeland Security.
Weed. There is no weed that you could smell.
Okay. I'm telling you.
You're saying that.
Okay, I'm not just saying that.
No,
I'm saying that because I smelt it as soon as that window opened up. That's why you guys rolled 3 windows down, okay? I'm not dumb. Okay?
Michael remained adamant that there was no weed in his car, but his aggression about the search suggested otherwise. The officer tried to convince him of his reason for searching the vehicle, and while that initially seemed ineffective, it later calmed Michael down. And with the realization of possible jail time, Michael revealed the contents of the car to the cop.
So if I just give you the weed, will it be all right?
Okay? So if you have something in there that needs to be delivered to somebody, we can help you get that delivered to them.
What do you mean?
To help you out.
Like, what do you
Because the way it is right now, whatever you have in there, you're not looking at state charges, man. You're looking at federal charges. So, like I said, I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm not messing with you. I showed you my credentials. Homeland Security.
What do you mean you'll help me deliver it to them?
That means we'll do a controlled delivery. We'll deliver it to them. Okay, we'll give them fake stuff and we'll take those guys down. We don't want you, man. We want the bigger guys on the chain. That's what we want. I get it, man. I'm not judging you. I'm not doing anything to you, okay, man? I get it. You're probably in a rough spot. You got to do something. So let's get it to where it needs to go. That's something we need to talk to HSI about. But what's in the car, man?
It's weed.
Weed and what?
The suspect admitted to the weed in the car, and the cop saw that as an opportunity to catch the person he was getting the weed from. He wanted them to drive others to their intended location, and when the supplier showed up, he could be arrested on intent to unlawfully distribute marijuana. To get a lesser sentence if convicted, Michael knew this was a safer deal, but he had concerns for his safety.
I don't want him. I want the bigger guy on the chain.
Right, and who's to say they're not driving by right now and seeing us talking to you?
True. You guys are delaying this process by talking and asking questions, and I get it. You guys want to be informed on it. But if there's something in there, we replace it, we go down, we take down that guy. Okay? And I don't know, but usually when people cooperate, it lessens stuff for them. You know what I mean? So I'm just throwing it up in the air.
You're gonna get.
And that's why it's up to you. It's not up to me. I'm not forcing you by any means, okay? I'm leaving it up to you guys. But time is of the essence to get that done.
Why do?
A search of the vehicle revealed 2 black Glock pistols with extended magazines, 160,000 fentanyl pills, and 1 kilogram of heroin. Michael claimed that it was his 3rd delivery trip, and he was paid $20,000 to transport the drugs. He was arrested on federal drug charges and his case is undergoing court proceedings. But the next suspect made an even more desperate attempt to conceal her crimes.
Bras out.
Guys, I'm not talking about bras. I'm talking about crotches.
Well,
I mean, there's nothing in my crotch. I'm not putting it in my crotch.
Well, a lot of people do.
On April 11th, 2022, an Arkansas police officer was on a routine patrol when he checked the tags of a vehicle and discovered that it was expired. He turned on his lights and sirens to signal the driver to pull over, and this initially seemed to work as the vehicle's speed reduced. But the vehicle kept going at that reduced speed for well over a minute, and it greatly frustrated the cop. But just then, the vehicle took a right turn into a gas station, and the cop followed behind and approached the vehicle, feeling both angry and extremely anxious.
Why'd it take us so long to pull over?
I didn't know you was a cop back there, sir. I didn't
Okay,
see
well,
it.
I hit my sirens, you
She
hit
had
your brake.
She had a music going very hard.
Okay, well, y'all saw that I was a cop after a while. I hit my siren
Yes,
and we rolled for half a mile.
I'm sorry. Sir.
Okay, so that gets me nervous. You
I'm
see
sorry.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
okay, all right, we're good now. Okay. All right. Reason I pulled, I'm Officer Harris, JPD. Reason I pulled you over is your capture expired. Did you know that? Okay. You got your driver's license on you?
Yes, sir.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
The officer was greatly troubled by the woman's delay in stopping her vehicle because he thought she was trying to buy time to hide something. Criminals often freak out when they get pulled over by cops and then try to hide or discard any material that would raise suspicions of their crime. But the woman's delay only drew more suspicion to a crime as she and her daughter were coincidentally on probation for illegal drug possession.
Hey guys, y'all can leave the kids in the car. Do y'all care to step out for me? Y'all ain't in trouble. Just how I conduct my stops.
Yeah, there's no driver's license.
Thank you.
Just a second, I'll get that up on my phone if I can, my insurance.
Insurance, that's fine.
I drove in Dougport the other night and I've done took that paperwork.
Y'all go ahead and step out with this officer right here. Yeah.
Oh. Anyway. I don't know if I'm gonna have it in here, sir. I mean, maybe I can get it up.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. Right now, let's just. Right now, the only thing I pulled you over for is the tags.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
so right now, we're just gonna step out. Okay. You're not in trouble. Just have to stop.
That's fine.
The woman, her daughter, and their male friend exited the vehicle, leaving just the two kids inside. The officer pulled them over for expired tags, but that was now the least of his concerns. He remained curious about the reason for the delayed stop, and his suspicion only grew with the history of illegal drug possession among the two female suspects. A sure way of satisfying his suspicion was by performing a search of the vehicle, but he needed to have a reasonable suspicion to do that. He had no sight or smell of a drug in the vehicle, so he decided to invite someone whose suspicion of drugs would be considered unquestionable.
Next is going to be last Dale versus Dale.
Go take.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Ms. Raymond, you're already on paper, so we're going to search. It's just more of a training thing for my dog than anything, okay? Alright. So give me just a minute, I'll take care of your boys.
Okay.
Alright.
The K-9 unit barked repeatedly and seemed to detect the presence of drugs in the vehicle. While this was in line with the cops' suspicions, it wasn't necessarily an accurate call. Drug-sniffing dogs are not very accurate when it comes to discerning the presence of illegal substances, with multiple studies showing alarmingly high error rates. So when the officer began the search, he wasn't exactly certain of finding drugs in the vehicle, but the vehicle owner's demeanor during the search strongly suggested against that.
You said third time this week?
Yeah, third time in a week.
For what?
Less than 7 days, huh?
For what?
Yeah, for police harassment. I don't understand, man. Yeah, here's the warning I got just Monday night over there.
You get a warning for?
And I didn't even have any children with me, but it's for the no liability proof and child restraint, and there were no children with me.
Oh.
That was over at the Nelton. That was the second time. They said there's a drug dealer over there in the area, Arlington Court or whatever. My brother-in-law lives there. But I don't know. They've pulled me over those 3 times in less than a week. This is the third time in less than a week. 7 days. I don't understand it. But anyway, it's what y'all do, right?
She was furious about the entire stop and kept complaining to the cop about being the victim of multiple stops. She was a prior offender on probation, so the cops were only ensuring she didn't become a repeat offender. After 20 minutes of rigorous search, the cop found no incriminating proof of drug possession. He then proceeded to frisk the male suspect, and after finding nothing still, he had very inconvenient news for the female suspects.
I'm just going to be honest with you. As long as it took us to pull over, usually that means people are stuffing something or getting ready to run. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to play a game with y'all like y'all are a part of the game. You know how it is. I've searched him. He's good. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to have y'all are not under arrest. Okay, just so we're clear. I'm going to have him take the kids down the road.
Okay.
We're going to go out to county and do a quick strip search. Okay? All right. Because obviously y'all are females. I can't get in the areas that I can with males with y'all. And we don't have a female officer right now. All right, but as soon as we don't find anything, we're going to take you right back to, is it off Flynn Place?
What road's it on?
Right here, it's on this road right here.
Or give me a number and I'll call it or whatever.
I don't know.
With the search of the car and the male suspect coming out negative, the cop was pressed to perform a search of the female suspects as well. The mother was in control of the vehicle and was the cause of the initial delay. She also had the most to lose if there was a drug found in the vehicle, or worse, on her person. So the cops knew they had to be searched as well, and even more thoroughly. With no female officers in the area, they had to be taken to the office for a search. But the reaction of the mother and her daughter to this news was very suspicious.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Because of the dog alert, you have to go do the street. But I'm telling you, if we don't find nothing,
You don't find it, you bring us back. And
yes, ma'am.
But it's half my day though.
Yeah.
It's happened three times in less than 1 week.
Okay, well it's still
I'm just
part.
saying.
I got you.
I'm
It's still part of my
I'm
job.
just saying I'm aggravated about this.
Okay. All right.
It's aggravating. I don't really know. I don't really know, but
if y'all will.
This is crazy. Oh, can you get off that phone? Can you?
I've been out there. It's crazy. I'm
Hell,
about
I'll pull my
tired.
bra out
They've
for
taken you.
Yes,
they've
they
taken
have.
you out.
And
Yeah, it's
every
crazy.
time.
I can pull out my bra for you, but
Squat,
there's nothing there. I can squat.
It's aggravating.
Hold.
It's very aggravating. I leave my car every time.
Please, sir. Look,
Guys, I get it. I have to do my job. Okay.
I don't get it.
Right. I mean, we can wiggle our bras out.
Guys, I'm not talking about bras. I'm talking about crotches.
Well,
okay.
I mean, there's nothing in my crotch. I'm not putting nothing in my crotch.
Well, a lot of people do, and I don't know you from Adam.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. You want to fill up there or something?
No, I do not.
I'm just saying. I mean, nobody's gonna fill up there, so nothing's up there.
Well, I'll get my
You
sister
know what I
to
mean,
come here
sir?
and freaking.
Nobody's gonna
Get
fill
your
up
sister to
there.
answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what, why don't you hang out? Go case law and statute.
I'm on probation. You know what I'm saying? I'm on probation.
I mean, both,
right now.
they're, kind of a double is like both of y'all are on paper too, so.
After several minutes of trying to convince the cops that they were not in possession of illegal materials, the female suspects were taken to the police department, where they became huge trouble for the officers trying to search them.
I'd rather not. If I'm not under arrest, I'd rather not take my hair off. It's Lydian. I mean, I can take it off, but I'm not keep it off.
You can put it back on. I said, if you're not staying, you can leave with it.
Well, can I have it now? I got
No,
naked.
no tomfooling. Search it.
The male officers left the area as the female officers began searching the female suspect more thoroughly. They stayed out for a while, and by the time they went back inside, the female suspect had been taken into a room where the officers would perform a strip search. It wasn't clear if the female officers had found anything on the suspect before they left to perform the strip search, but as they came out of the search room, their findings were undeniable.
What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Officer Titman.
Nice to meet you, Officer Dittman.
Nice to meet you too. Alright, you come with me.
Yeah, we're gonna talk, officer, because this one right here ain't gonna talk to me like that. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? Thanks. Thanks, Mom. You know what, Michelle?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go help her with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to them anyways.
You gonna talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up?
So, what are we gonna talk about?
Like you have meth on you and you showed me.
I know
Like, I gave you every opportunity in the world.
Mom ain't get it to me. What?
So I'll tell you how I work. This is not how everybody works, okay? But it is how I personally work. I could tell pretty quick that you had something on you, okay?
That's fine.
That's why I asked you. That's why I said, you tell me now. I work with you.
Well, I didn't
remember
get
that
to talk to
conversation?
you. I kept asking why I couldn't talk to you. I mean,
I can't do nothing about it.
please.
DTS still gonna come talk to you.
That's, please don't let me stay in jail, please.
Well, I have to put you right now.
Please, I'll do whatever. I'll sit away right now. I promise.
What I'm saying.
I'm good for it. Ask Jason Allen.
She's clean.
She's clean?
Yep.
Okay.
Ask him.
Ask her. Work.
I couldn't have done that to my mom.
I get that, but now my hands are tied. There's nothing I can do.
Yes, there is.
I'm
And you know
under
that.
the flood.
You're a arresting officer. You know that. You know
I'm
you
with
can do it.
patrol. I'm with patrol, and I'm not DTF for street crimes.
Okay, well, I want to talk to him right now then. I don't want to go
You can talk to him tomorrow.
No,
What
not
about-
tomorrow.
what
I'm
about-
not. No, please, I will do whatever. Do you hear me? I'm not doing. You don't understand.
Well, most people I've
I'm
arrested
telling you.
have been people.
Are you serious? You're gonna do me like that?
Come here, shoes.
I told you tied my hands.
No, I didn't. And your hand still ain't tied.
The female suspect was taken into the room, and the search revealed that she had inserted a bag containing methamphetamine into her reproductive organ. She relinquished all responsibility for it and instead faulted her mom, saying that she made her do it. After her mom was searched and discovered to be clean, it meant she was spending the night in jail while her mother walked home free.
Thanks for taking me that dope, Mom. Appreciate it.
What?
Thanks, Mom.
Don't you think Mom? Thanks, Mom. What?
Mom.
Mom didn't have that.
Mom, you didn't hand me that dope. He saw
He
it.
had that. That's your boyfriend.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Mom,
right.
you handed me
That's
that
bullshit.
dope.
Go ahead. That's enough.
You handed me that dope.
Stop talking. You let that in. Let's go.
I ain't gonna say nothing else to her. Mama.
No, that's enough. Enough. We're done.
I hope you're happy.
Conversation closed.
I hope you're happy.
Conversation
Michelle.
closed.
I'll talk to you later. Just take her.
Get her glasses.
Yeah, this is hers.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take you back to where I brought you.
I'm sorry about that. But that's her.
Nah, it's all right.
That's all. It was all.
We know.
She does know, and I know too.
We know.
Huh?
I said we know.
I hope y'all know.
We know.
I'm not damn dope. For sure.
The woman, Michelle Raymond, was taken back to her pickup point, while her daughter, Brianna Raymond, was charged with possession of meth, tampering with physical evidence, failure to register a vehicle, obstructing governmental operations, and revocation of probation.